Satnam, guys. Thank you so much for joining. Welcome to my channel. Let's see what's happening. I've been getting a lot of like an energy that's standing really out for me is this like childlike energy of like an amusement park. But interestingly enough, like thinking about it now, I was never really very much into that kind of thing. But it's only because I felt very uncomfortable within the society I was in, within this realm, this 3D experience or whatever, the people around me. But the more I'm recognizing that, and I feel like you might relate to this, the more you are awakening, the more you recognize that reality is a simulation, or you get to maybe perceive it as that it is your creation, your simulation, etc. And I feel like that's leading to some kind of amusement park like energy. Okay. Now that being said, I am getting a lot of like divine child energy. I'm getting a lot of divine uh, child frequency, as in like Dionysian energy, Dionysus frequencies, like being like you might be in grave danger, or you might be kidnapped, or you might be. I'm not saying it is happening. I'm just saying there's this energy of like even when you're in that kind of frequency, your holiness or your light, your I am, your truth, your whatever, your divine spark, your divinity is experiencing even that kind of energy as some kind of like thrilling ride or something. You understand what I'm trying to say? I feel like judgment still, I feel like in that kind of way, you are also not experiencing fear or something anymore, okay? This is very cool because you know what I'm trying to say. Like because you're experiencing life as a movie, it is just a movie to you. And because it is just a movie, it does whatever you say. The Seven of Swords, I guess it's ultimately a battle of will, though. Like, I feel like there's this energy that's trying to make me feel deceptive about talking about the fact that reality is a simulation and reality is what I say it is. There's like something that makes me feel like that's a deceptive thing to say, okay? I feel like that might be some kind of religious upbringing, okay? Some kind of religious conditioning. So like coming from a religious past or something, because I would be interested to know if somebody who wasn't raised with any religion but was raised with this idea of like uh, spiritual, the spiritual side of things, but not religious spirituality, if you know what I mean, and some kind and some kind of like scientific perspective of quantum physics, etc. I wonder if somebody like that would ever feel bad about believing they are a god. I think that would be like an interesting thing to know, an interesting conversation to have. But so there's some kind of there, like I feel like Seven of Swords. I feel like there's some kind of self-deception once again in you accepting the fact that you are safe, because I feel like, or accepting the fact that you are divine, but because you're divine you're safe, because I feel like there's something within you, something is maybe trying to make you feel unsafe within the reality that you're in, but even if you're in a bad reality, it's still just like a thrilling ride to you. So there's some kind of, and the only reason I'm saying this is self-deception is because you are that powerful. This is only self-deception because you are that powerful, okay? Like nobody can deceive you actually, because like if you've ever gone through something, you think back about like like I knew, of course I knew, like what the fuck, like, but you kind of do it out of even self-respect. Sometimes you kind of put yourself through situations out of self-respect in order to grow. Thinking back on it, you have done this consciously. I would really, really recommend you go sit with that and meditate on that, okay? But the self-deception, I feel like you've maybe you're either entering or you're finishing some kind of storyline, some kind of movie genre of your life that's almost like the psychological thriller, like that makes you feel like very like what the fuck, like ooh, what's happening and who can I trust, and like ooh, not horror as in gruesome, but like psychological thriller vibes. I feel like maybe you're about to go into some kind of experience like that, or you have. I feel like it's coming. Quite frankly, I know this doesn't seem too good, but just bear with me, okay? You're gonna go through some kind of not deception, but you're gonna go through some kind of experience that's gonna leave you a little bit like what the fuck, like but ooh, huh? Huh? Okay. And it's gonna make you feel like you are disempowered, okay? But I feel like there's gonna come some kind of realization, especially because we're downloading that now in this reading. There's gonna come some kind of realization that because you're only seeing it as a movie and you are the observer and you know you're a director in some way or form, you can always kind of like manage the storyline, okay? So I feel like you're about to go through some kind of psychological adventure if you see it that way. Very interesting. There's like yesterday was also a lot of like logical intellectual things, but this doesn't feel like intellect to me. This feels like some kind of like subconscious psychological thing, okay? A conscious subconscious thing. Anyway, let's get the rest of the cards. Okay, 10 of swords, 10 of cups, ace of wands. There's that realization, and the moon, and there's that subconscious energy. Okay, what's that 10 of cups there? 6 of swords, page of pentacles, 10 of cups, king of pentacles, knight of swords, page of wands. Okay, I'm seeing good cards here actually. What the heck? The very last card, page of pentacles. So you are going through some kind of learning process, right? I feel like this is gonna be a very I feel like this is gonna be a very stimulating psychological experience for you, because there's something about maybe you've come to some kind of fullness with this 10 of cups. Yes, I feel like you've come to some kind of fullness within your emotional and spiritual experience. Like you feel things very intuitively, you feel and know things very like you understand what I'm saying. Like everything is an ocean, an ocean of energy that you swim in, and you can experience everything from here and blah blah blah. I feel like you've come to a very nice fullness within regards to that experience of your reality of yourself. Again, with this 10 of cups. Now I feel like this new thing coming is an ace of wands. However, the seven of swords usually, again, it talks to me about being able to write the story. Like the victor writes history, right? So like make sure that you're the victor, as in like utilize your ace of wands, utilize your power to write your story. Like I will always mention that because that is so important. It's very like motivational, I know, but like it's not just that. It's like literal magic. That's what magic is. Okay, that's what so you need to utilize the energy that you're receiving, this realization that you're receiving in regards to you gaslighting reality into what you want it to be, utilizing this fullness that you've gathered with your 10 of cups, with your feelingness. So you know what, I feel like this is actually like basically said, I feel like when you get the realization, it's always actually very simple, and it was never like this hard thing. It was never this hard thing for you to do. I feel like this reading is actually a reading of like you should really follow your feelings. And the Empress, I know that is like I'm saying that like you've come to this fullness and now it's going to be the psychological thriller, but the main character is the one that usually like it's never really luck. They're always like somewhat like the survivor, you know. Is always someone that's pretty savvy, you know. They know, they have street smarts, they have spiritual smarts, they have all of these things. Okay. But this is not a frequency I want to say of being receptive of energy. This is like becoming the active participant in utilizing the flow of the story and what you feel in regards to it, and utilizing that energy, whether it be fear, the psychological what the fuckness, whatever, in order to create exactly what it is that you want. Because I feel like interesting. This moon energy is giving me either this yes, either this is like some kind of psychological thriller experience for you, or it is um, a very stimulating I don't- like Ace of Wands, like 50 Shades of Grey-ish energy. You understand what I'm saying? Uh, this isn't the first time. Yeah, the Sun, the Nine of Wands. This isn't the first time the 50 Shades of Grey came up. I don't know how healthy that, because I've never really seen the movies or anything like that. Okay, but I don't know really how that experience is. But that's the energy I'm getting. It's either this like a psychological thriller. What's a better example? A psychological thriller experience, or it's an experience of also like that Phantom of the Opera energy where he sings nighttime brings out each sensation, something like that. Okay, it's very sensual energy that I'm getting with the moon. Okay, very sensual energy that I'm getting with the moon, as in just this is like tricky energy actually with the Seven of Swords, because it's kind of like at first glance, one, two, three, four. At first glance, it seems like either be the victim or be the villain. Okay, this is very interesting energy. Either be the victim or be the villain. But if you look deeper into that energy and you really look at the light, because I'm seeing the sun here as well, right? So we have the sun and the moon, and you really look at the light, you would see that I was hot. I was cold. Now I'm hot. If you really look at the light, you would see that even your fears, the sun shines even on your darkest fears or your darkest desires or something via the moon, just enough for you to experience the goodness of it instead of the complete darkness of it. Okay, so maybe you're even being victorious. Maybe you've already. I feel like the energy I said, when I said like I feel like this experience of the psychological thriller is coming, I feel like that energy was actually the detangling of it during this reading. Because I feel like, especially because the sun is here, the Empress, the Ace of Wands, like it's very like high energy, very like, yes, regal, victorious energy. Nine of Wands, very victorious energy. I feel like you are overcoming this experience. Your experience of your fears are changing. Your experience of your depression, you know, your experience of deception, your experience of being lied to, your experience of like maybe like you carry a huge wound in regards to betrayal. Okay, maybe you carry a huge wound, interesting, maybe you carry a huge wound in regards to miscommunication or misunderstandings or something like that. Okay, I hope the outside world isn't too loud. Um, okay, I'm almost done with the reading. Maybe you have like those kind of wounds within you. Okay, I feel like it. Since you're let me state it like this in like layman terms. Okay, uh, since you since you since you have like or shifting your consciousness in regards to the wounds you carry in regards to betrayal, misunderstandings, not feeling like you get to create your reality, blah 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 blah. Since that is rearranging for you, I lost my train of thought there. Since you are coming to that realization, what was that like? That felt so important to say. I have incense on and it got a little bit too smoky inside, so I had to open the window. I feel like something was looking and then looked away, and that's why I can't like remember the energy. And my eyes are burning. It's like, what the fuck? So maybe so you're gaining some kind of victory over this like this experience that I'm having now, like what that I predicted was actually during the reading. Now I'm experiencing it physically. The eyes burning is maybe symbolic of like crying, like oh my god. Being burnt, like Jesus, you burnt me bad. What the fuck? Like what the fuck? I'm even feeling it a little bit now emotionally, okay? So maybe you're going through some kind of this is very interesting energy, because the more I go through this experience without actually going through it, like I'm alchemizing the energy right now is what it feels like. This is not a forebearer of what's coming. This is an actual like a rewriting of the script, or a re-understanding of the script and the script to come, etc etc. Let me just move the incense. I'm so sorry, guys. I know this is also a long reading, but I'm just vibing with the vibe. Good. And everything is always talking to you. I know people would say like you're just talking because there's the incense burning your eyes, but like we know how reality works. We know how the simulation and the algorithm of reality works, right? Well, so I feel like that's what's happening. I feel like maybe you're experiencing some kind of script, or you're experiencing some kind of like way of being, your fears manifesting or something, and then you're like, and then you become some kind of like, maybe not villain is the correct term, like maybe anti-hero is the correct term. Okay, I feel like you're finally I feel like you're finally entering that stage of your reality. Okay, you're finally embodying that frequency. Let me leave it with that. Okay. I feel like this last part was very like Bojaga Jaga, but that's what it is. So like you're conquering some kind of like shitty origin story, you know, like energetic speaking, okay? Because we all know, reality wasn't what it seemed when you were a child, you know. Mm-hmm. and now you're learning the truth about everything and everyone, blah 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 blah. You know, that whole thing is actually what I'm feeling with that Seven of Swords. Like major deception, of course. But again, like I don't feel like you're focusing on that. Like this new era of yours, this new awakening of yours, um, this new experience of deception of yours. I don't know how that's gonna like be instead of being deceived, you are the deceiver. Again, gaslighting reality. Okay, so this new experience of your trauma, your wounds, is gonna be something that is very much going to be fueled by itself and the emotions it created and the reactions it created. So that's also just a message of like there's nothing for you to worry about because like your trauma literally just charged you, okay? Your trauma literally just charged you. And you're experiencing that and embodying that in a way that your the Empress, the Ace of Cups, Ten of Wands, in a way that your body is also ascending, in the way that your body is also showing. Like utilizing your most inner, deepest power in a very profound and conscious way, okay? What was this message actually about? I feel like there was actually so much that came and so much that was like almost taken away. I feel like your experience of your fears are changing. Your like maybe the fears are just being removed from your subconscious, but you're like seeing it as the story that's like what the fuck, what the fuck, what the fuck. That was also that what the fuck energy. Like but like thinking back at it, it probably isn't what the fuck, you know, like but whatever, okay? So like your deepest fears no longer have hold over you. I feel like that is the main message here. Like your deepest insecurities, anxieties, fears, and traumas no longer have some kind of energetic effect on you. So congrats on that, okay? That's it, because that's the profound. Your lower nature no longer has an effect on you. Blah blah blah. Okay. Oh my. Thanks so much, guys. That was your reading. Thanks for liking, subscribing, donating, contacting me for a personal reading. Everything is in the description box down below. Everything is in the description box down below. Crystals, crystal bracelets, also in the description box. 20% off, everything like that, yes. Is there anything else I want to share with you before we go? I feel like I just like you know spending time with you. I don't know. But also I feel a little bit insecure about it. So I'm gonna go now and smoke a cigarette, and I will see you again for another one tomorrow.